Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be doing our WIP and chat, which is work in progress, with American Roots by Chuck Pinson. We're finishing up, we're working right in this area, finishing up this section of the painting. So by the time we're done, we're really close to being done. We'll only have this last little part left to do, right? So we're really close to being done. So I'm super excited. It is a 29 by 22 and it's 74 by 56 centimeters. And it has just been a joy to work on. It's really been a combination of multi-placing and a combination of confetti. A lot less confetti than the normal Chuck Pinson. It's really only maybe the roofs and the sky is really where I find most, and the greenery basically, is where I find most of the confetti. So we're chucking along here. Also, I will be using my pen from Jim's Handmade Shop. All information is below. I'm using my tray from my 3D Designs. Yes, it is a tray that has 3 sections in it, and these 3 sections will allow me to run 3 colors in one tray if I want, as well as using my beadsmith. And I just got it on Amazon, and the link is below. All the links are below. What else? Today we'll be reading from the Diamond Art blog. We're reading 5 inexpensive decorating ideas for kids' bedrooms from July 25th, 2020. So we're getting closer to being a year. We are over a year away now. We should get closer and closer to getting these blogs done as we go. I'm still using the yellow wax that I had in the pen yesterday, because to be honest, I didn't touch this painting after we were done, because I was really trying to get these cushions done for my chair outside, which will make it a little more comfortable and easier for me to sit and spend more time outside, which is really necessary for my health, because I do have a deficiency in vitamin D. I've had it for many years, and I've been taking it, and it doesn't seem to help. I will talk to the doctor the next time. I've been using smaller amounts, I think, than what I'm taking now, so maybe now, because I never really knew the amount I needed to take. So I was just told to go get vitamin D and take vitamin D. I think I was taking about half of what I'm taking now in supplements, and sitting outside trying to have mushrooms every once in a while. They're a little on the pricey side, so it's like a treat right now, even though it's a necessity for my diet. We are going to start putting that treat in the basket a little bit more often. Yeah, so other than that, everything seems to be going well. I'm still using that yellow wax. I know at the end of the video I said I was going to change it, but then it seems to start working again. So as long as it's working, we're going to use it. I didn't go outside and do any diamond painting yesterday in the afternoon, and I didn't do any in the evening. I have to admit, I was working on my crochet, and I'll show you my progress right in just a second as soon as I lay these drills. So let's look at our progress. So I was able to finish. And you're not going to be able to see the whole thing. I'm going to leave it folded. But you can see the pattern in it. And I just did this pattern by myself. It came to me as I was going, and I kind of created it as I went. just so that my repeats would be the amount I need, so I could do 3 for the seat. And I did the same thing for the back. The back in this color is done. Same thing, same pattern, just as glorious and beautiful as that one. So those are done. And what I decided to do is, you know how most of the time you go and you can get one side or the other, so you can flip depending on what color and what mood you're in. So I went through some more of my cotton thread, because I'm doing this in cotton, and I found this glorious yarn. It is cotton. It's so soft and pretty, right? The one that I'm working with is Love This Cotton. I got it from Hobby Lobby. It's made in Turkey, and it's 3 ounces, and it's a size 4. It shows us 4, but it really runs like almost a 3. And the color palette is pink, green, and purple. So that's going to be on the first section. And then I'm going to use I Love This Cotton, and it is also a 4. It does recommend a 5.5 crochet hook, which is what I'm using. And it is this one's pink, teal, and orange. So I'll be running these 2 next to each other. So I think that they'll bounce off each other just right. The green is going to pull, this one's going to pull in the greens. This one will pull in more of the oranges color. So I'm really looking forward to kind of putting these 2 together. And the nice thing is the colors, they're long sections, right? Which is nice. And I just kind of like, see how it transitions? Look at that transition. Isn't those colors brilliant? I mean, you go from this really light color here, and they just gradually add a little bit more until you get to this beautiful red. And then you go back into this pink, and then you're moving into a blue. I think the way they do the transitions in this yarn is fantastic. I have plenty of yarn to do the seat and the back in this, so I will be working on those in the afternoons and evenings. I have to admit, this yarn is so yummy to work with that I did do 3 rows on my thing already. And it's only because it's yummy, nice, fun yarn to play with. I love it. So it's soft. For cotton, the coloring, the feeling, it's 100% cotton, and it's just fantastic. It really is. So that's what I'm currently working on in the evenings. During the day, I'll be working on this probably in the mornings when my husband is sleeping, because that's my time to really work on my crafts. So I will be working on those. So let's get started and see what our article's all about today. Let's see. So, 5 inexpensive decorating ideas for kids' bedrooms. So, when it comes to decorating your child's bedroom, you want to make sure that it's both cute and functional. As your child grows and develops, he or she will definitely want to integrate their tastes, interests, and personality into their bedroom, which is a great way to teach them to express themselves. One of the best and inexpensive decoration ideas for kids' bedroom is DIY art. You can spend time bonding together while working on a diamond painting with the intention of hanging in your child's bedroom. If you look for easier, affordable decorating ideas, check out some of these suggestions. So, you know, the one thing that I really, really appreciate within, as I'm going through the Diamond Art blog, and this is the most extensive that I've gone through the Diamond Art Club blog, but I think I'm going to continually read it now that I've really had a chance to go in and look at what kind of things they're offering, because it's not all about diamond painting. It's about crafting. And that's, I think, one of the best things that a creator could want is to be able to choose different things to do different things, right? And you may not always need diamond painting for something you're working on or a project you're working on. Like if you're cooking dinner, you don't want to do a diamond painting while you're cooking dinner in the kitchen, right? It's just not what you want to do, right? I wouldn't want to cook dinner and do diamond painting. I would hate it if that grease popped onto at any time popped onto my canvas. So see, there's reasons that you're not always going to do diamond painting. You may want to do a mural on the wall. You don't need that for diamond painting. So there's lots of ways to decorate without just diamond painting. Like one of the butterfly pictures I have on my frame is the black velvet that I painted or I colored. You know, I used, what pens were those? Those were my gel pens. I used my gel pens on that, and they were astonished. They just popped right on that black. It turned out amazing. You know, so there's other kinds of crafts, just like utilitarian. I needed new pillows for my chairs outside, so I'm making them. I could have gone out and bought the fabric and sewn them if I had a sewing machine, but I don't have that. So what can I do with what I have in house? Well, I have more yarn than God. I can crochet super fast. So I'll have this whole set of cushions probably done tomorrow, if not today. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be tomorrow because I still have to get through 2. But I crochet that fast, okay? So I know that's something that I can do and sit outside. It's not too hot. I don't typically do a whole lot of yarn work during the summertime because it is very, very hot. But this one doesn't seem to be bothering me too much. I'm really enjoying it. I miss my crocheting. Now you know, I have, I don't know if you know, but I've been crocheting since I was 8 years old. So I could tell you that it's close to 40 years. Yeah, close enough to 40 years. It's about a little over 35 years that I've been doing, so you can probably figure out about how old I am. I'm not ashamed of my age. Never have been. I don't like it when I change, when my birthday comes up, especially if it has a 9 as the second number. It's not very, it doesn't make me real thrilled because that just means I'm just about to turn that next big number, right? The nice thing is I'm only a couple years away from being able to save a little bit more money because I'll be eligible for senior discounts. God, I never thought, I remember when I saw my grandparents get senior discounts when we'd go out. Grandpa would always make sure he used his senior discounts, right? I thought it was so cool. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool to be old enough to actually save money when you go out. Well, yeah, it is. Till you get that age, right? It's a lot different when you're 10, 11, and 12 seeing your grandparents use a senior discount than, say, when you're closer to 50, right? Or, you know, when I first saw my parents use a senior discount. I mean, my dad, he ran. He literally, on his birthday, he went to Wendy's and used his 15, I think it was 10% discount or something. So Dad would always take me out to lunch. I would pay him, but we would both get the discount. It was kind of cool. So, you know, it's nice. I saw my grandparents turn into the elderly years and grow old. I've seen my parents turn into their elderly years and grow old. So those are the kind of things that I want for my life now that I get older. I want to just be happy. I want to focus on the things that I love to do, and try to enjoy life to the best of my ability. My ability is not going to be the same as your ability, right? Because I have fibromyalgia and you may not. You may be completely healthy and this is just a craft for you, which it used to be for me too. Just used to be a craft. I didn't get near as many projects done as I get done now because I used to work full time. And then I found that it just got too difficult to continue working and function on a daily basis. I could go to work, but I was pretty much just coming home and going, and maybe sitting on the couch with my husband for maybe a couple hours and going to bed. So I only saw my husband a couple hours a day. So there wasn't a whole lot of crafting getting done unless I sat out here in the living room to do it, right? So to me, having a craft allows me to feel accomplished. It allows me to it just allows me some freedom. I have freedom to live my life. I have freedom in my heart, and that freedom, and I guess freedom is really important to me, and that's why this month of July and doing some more Independence Day kind of paintings was really relevant to me. And it made me feel better to just sit down, even if I diamond painted for 20 minutes, or I knitted for an hour, or I did something, right? It helped me decompress. It allowed my husband and I to enjoy the life we had. We did a whole lot of stuff. We ran around, just like most couples do, right? We had a life, and we got to choose how we choose to live it, right? So isn't that the great part of being an adult, is that you get to choose your life. Nobody dictates your life, right? If there's somebody dictating your life and what you do in your life, please think about it. Please, please. Domestic violence is not something to just let continue happen. I'm not saying anybody's being domestically injured or hurt, but if you are in that position, do what you can to get out of it. Help yourself. Being able to help yourself is a big task, right? It's one of the things that you ask yourself to do every day. Just get up every day and take care of yourself. If you can get up every day and take care of yourself, life will be good, right? At least that's what we hope. That's what our hope in life is that ultimately we have a good life. We get to live it the way we want and enjoy it. So, and most of the time life is pretty good with that. There's ups and downs with it, though. There's also ups and downs with being an adult. And I'm telling you, it's not an easy trek sometimes, but when you have somebody that loves you and that you love and is there to support and encourage you as you go through the process of raising your children, and your husband's there for you and there for your children, don't let him go. Work on it. Find ways to make it happen, okay? Because if you have a good husband who's willing to be there and do it, then don't let that go. It's not worth letting that go. Okay? Just try to be happy in life. So now that we've gone through all that, let's try to see what this decorating kids' bedrooms and being inexpensive. So purchase multi-purpose furniture. So decorating and purchasing furniture for a young child's bedroom can be challenging because you know that they're going to grow out of their clothes, interests, and even furniture quickly. This is why we love buying multifunctional pieces that can be used for years. For example, you can invest in a crib set that can also be converted into a gorgeous headboards and footboards when your child grows into an adult-sized bed. There are dozens of other types of furniture that can be used this way to help save money and maintain a well thought out design. So, there's lots of different kinds of furniture, like in my kids' room, there were a lot of bookcases. I mean, you could use bookcases for storage, and then we had boxes we could use for toy boxes. And so it was things but those toy boxes weren't decorated. I didn't have anything decorated kids-wise because I wanted to make sure that it would grow as my kids grow. And grew, and so I saved a lot of money that way, right? So number 2, choose a color scheme. Before you begin decorating or redecorating your child's room, you should have some idea of what you want the room to look like or feel like. If your son or daughter is old enough to want to give their input, definitely work with him or her to get a sense of the colors they want to show off in their bedroom. Neutral colors are always a great choice because it's always easy to add pops of color with furniture, rugs, fabrics, paintings, and other decorations, while the actual paint will remain timeless. If you're thinking of going bold with a color scheme, be sure that it's the right choice because you may end up covering up that color with something new a few years from now. You may want to choose a color scheme that will look good and last for a long time. So yeah, you really want to, and I know it's really hard with kids because they want to change the color. They want to go in and start decorating, especially when they become teenagers, huh? Anybody with teenagers who have rooms that their kids have wanted to redecorate and they weren't going to be happy until it was redecorated their way. Because they were tired of feeling like a baby or a kid or whatever reason. So they may choose bold colors. Just remember when you use that bold color only as an accent wall. Instead of painting the whole room that bold color, use one wall with a bold color and the rest of the wall a neutral color or something that goes with it. So if you do like a brilliant blue, right? A very bright, brilliant blue, kind of like this blue. Can you see the blue on the door? So say it would be something blue like that, right? That's a pretty dark color, right? So if you're doing that, you want to do one accent wall. And remember, when you go to repaint, you always want to get an extra coat for primer. So you want to do an extra primer coat if you use a dark color. That will help you be able to get rid of that. That's one of the only ways to get rid of black. Okay, so 3, add wall stickers. Because kids go through many phases as they grow, they may be dying to display certain characters, images, or colors that they love, only decide that they don't like those decorations anymore in a few months. This is the exact reason why wall stickers are the perfect way to spice up your child's room. They can easily be added or removed without damaging the paint. And a lot of times wall stickers won't damage the paint as well as they can be reusable. You put them back on the original paper and they can be reusable. It's a fun activity to do together. Just be sure to explain to them why these stickers are okay to go on the wall, but not all stickers can. Otherwise, you may be finding Mickey Mouse stickers on every inch of the house. If you have something sticky and you can't get it off, you can use Goo Gone or try alcohol on a cotton swab. I usually use alcohol on a cotton swab. It's cheaper and it does not have oil and it dries really quick. So 4, hang diamond paintings you've completed together. What better way to commemorate time spent with your child than hanging up a DIY art project that you did together? You know, and you don't necessarily have to be working on the same painting to be working together, right? Maybe there's a painting that your child really wants, and in order to teach your children how to make a decision on their own, as well as being independent, is that they choose the paintings that they want and then they do those paintings. Because you know what? This is the way I think about it. If your child puts all that time into completing a diamond painting that they want really badly on their wall, they're not going to want to take it down right away. It's not going to be in 2 months, oh, I'm tired of that painting. They're still going to be proud of that painting that they did in a couple months. But if your child's younger, it's probably best to do it together. So you really have to just kind of decide based on ages. I always try to do as many activities with my kids as possible. I felt that being home with my kids and doing activities and going outside to play. My kids didn't watch much TV and didn't play many video games. They were really just, they were allowed to come home. My son could play video games for an hour, and then he had to do homework and go outside and play for the rest of the day. And on the weekends he could have 2 hours, but he was supposed to go outside and play part of that day. So it's really how your kids are, right? So diamond paintings are the best inexpensive decorating idea for kids' room because they look great, add bright colors, and give your child a sense of accomplishment. So you've already probably got diamond paintings in your house and you have kids, so you're probably already thinking about it, and you already know that there's certain paintings that you want to get for your children, or you've already bought for your children for their rooms, right? So why not do those with your kids and really have a nice memory for your kids to grow up with, right? So, and that gives them a sense of accomplishment because each night when they go to sleep, they can look at their diamond painting and feel proud that they mastered, that they made that masterpiece all by themselves. And so it gives them a sense of pride. It makes them want to continue to achieve. It shows them that when you start a project, you finish a project. There's so many things that you can teach your kids when helping them decorate their room, right? And you can give them lessons in life any other way, you know. So, well, maybe with a little help from mom and dad. Let your child pick one of the hundreds of designs that include mystical and some animals like unicorns, as well as fun, cartoonish characters. If your child has never tried doing a diamond painting before, you can read up on some of these tips for diamond painting for kids to help your kids create the best work of art that he or she can. I think it's really, 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 really important that kids use their minds, they use their creativity, and that they're open to using that creativity. Because creativity and using the activeness part of your brain and actively using your brain stimulates your brain and allows your brain to continue learning. So I'm always constantly trying to learn something new, whether I'm listening to a book on radio or podcast, or I'm listening or reading articles for the channel, whatever it may be. I really like to kind of stay on top of my learning, even though the only thing that I'll probably do the rest of my life is be retired. I don't think that I will probably go out. I might go out and work if I need to, like for the holidays at a craft store so I can get discounts. That might be the only thing that I would do. So 5, brighten up the room with plants. Plants are a simple addition to any room. Whether you decide to give real plants a go or opt for realistic looking fake ones, greenery brings light and freshness into a room. And if you're going to use real plants, it will even help purify the room, providing healthier oxygen levels for your child. Be sure to do your research and find out more about the indoor plants before purchasing. Then you can use these plants to teach your child about responsibility as you water the plants together each day. So, I'm finding these to be incredible examples and great things to do with your kids. So you're helping your kids with responsibility. You're taking care of their needs every day. So don't break your budget for adorable decorations. You don't need to shell out tons of money to make your child's room look like it came out of a magazine. All you need is the right inexpensive decorating ideas for kids' bedrooms and some DIY talent. Use color and furniture that won't become outdated. This will help you save money in the long run, as furniture can be converted with a new purpose and color schemes can be altered by adding brightly colored decorations. To make your child's room truly unique, try adding DIY art projects to the wall, like diamond paintings you've worked on together, or even a drawing he or she has completed in school. Let your creativity run free, but don't forget your child's input too. So, we all think it's all great. We raise our children. Once children get about 6 or 7 years old, they really start having their own opinion. They have their own thoughts. They have their own desires, right? And they have their own ideas. And they're learning to be creative at school, creative. But you can boost your child's creativity by working with them. I try to do that with my grandchildren as often as possible. My grandson, he's more of an outdoor, go help grandpa kind of thing. Let's go mow the lawns, let's go help people, that kind of thing. And my granddaughters, let's plant plants, let's grow plants, let's play, let's ride our bike, let's craft. She wants to learn to crochet, so I want to teach her to crochet so she can start making her own baby doll clothes. She'll really enjoy that. Plus, her and her brother really like to have hats every winter. I usually make them hats, but if I teach my daughter how to crochet, or my granddaughter how to crochet, she'll be able to make her own hats, right? And she can make a hat for her brother even. They're really close, so I could see her making hats for her brother very easily. And so she can work on making hats if she learns to crochet, because I can show her how to make crochet hats. And for her, she just wants to have crafts that she can go to, right? I didn't have a lot of the crafts that are out there now. I remember as a kid, my mom got me this loom set, right? It was a kid's loom set. It had the stretchy things. And I don't know how many pot holders my family had, but my grandmother had pot holders, my mother had pot holders, my aunts and uncles had pot holders, because I would make pot holders all year round, and then I would keep them in my room, and when it came to somebody's birthday or Christmas, I'd give him a pot holder. I thought I was being cute, and I was. But, you know, pot holders only go so far, right? But you got to think about it from a kid's point of view, right? They're making those pot holders, and they're doing it because they love you, right? They want to be with you. They love you. They want to show you your love. And so that's how I did. I created things. I made things from scratch. And you know, I never heard a single word of discouragement from my family. They were always thrilled to get their hot pads. Every year they'd have a different color scheme. I started separating out colors. I used to make sets that were the same thing. I really got pretty good at making pot holders. Of course, my mom had to keep buying more stretchy things, but I'd sit in my room and I'd be a happy girl on rainy days, you know. I'd be a happy girl just getting things ready. So crafts have always been a part of my life. They've been a part of my family's life. Even my grandmother, who said she wasn't very crafty, would needlepoint once in a while. Usually a tea towel, because she needed a new tea towel in the kitchen. And then she taught me how to embroidery, so I did the embroidery after that. And she would just tell me when she needed a new tea towel, new tea towels, and I'd make her tea towels. You know, that was my grandma. She taught me how to embroidery, and I thought I owed it to her. So anytime that she said she wanted or needed a new tea towel, she got one. And she got tea towels for Christmas and for her birthday. And then I started learning how to make lace, crochet lace. So I made doilies. I don't think I could do the small hook anymore. My hands, I don't think would handle it. I use my, so I have lighted crochet hooks, and they're bigger. So if it's easier in my hand, it's like almost the same size as my diamond painting pen. It's plastic, and they do light up. Let me see if I can get one to light up. The batteries are old, so I don't know if I've got one that will light. Okay, so they light up, see? They're lighted. So I can crochet at night. I have to replace the batteries in my 5.5 because it doesn't work. I have more batteries. I just have to find the battery packs. But it's really just looking and finding the tools, you know, for yourself and for your kids so that you can pass on. And I think that's the best thing about crafts is we can pass on our craftiness to our children. If you start working with your kids when they're little with craft projects, drawing, coloring, anything that can get their brains active and thinking and working towards a goal. You're teaching them responsibility. You're teaching them to know that when you start something, you finish it. Because how many people in this world do you know start a project and stop it and never come back to it? And that can be frustrating for people. So if you can teach your kids ahead of time in their early lives that when you start a project, you finish a project, then you can start a new project. It's going to let them have their own creativity and let them open up. Let them choose their projects if you can. I mean, if they're old enough where you can let them choose their projects, then let them do that. I mean, I think it's important for kids to have any kind of input from artistic ways. So with that said, if you like this video, I want to give you, let me know, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, a thumbs down's fine, but please leave comments in the section, leave a comment in the section below, comment section below, as well as if you like and want to be part of the Sunset Girl family, Creates family, we would love to have you. The 10 subscribers that we have, it's fantastic. I'm hoping to build more up. So if you're interested, share the channel. Let's get our channel out there. Let's really let people know about it. I'm going to start a campaign next week. I'm going to set up a campaign, kind of pushing and getting our name out there. Next week, I'm going to do a big push. That'll be included, so hopefully we can start building our things. So we would love to have you part of our family. If you want to know when I upload a video, there is a little bell next to it, and if you select that bell, it will ting, and you will get a notification that I've uploaded a video every time. Anyway, with that said, I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Bye-bye, everyone.